Summertime slowly fades away.
Spring is officially here, and it's definitely making its presence known. In the gentle rains and quiet clouds, in the abundant flowers and foliage lining the streets and sidewalks, and most especially in the stillness of the morning, when the day breaks and the sun first reveals itself through wide open windows. So come along with us on this most magical, romanticized, cottagecore spring morning in our life. Okay, so it's currently 9 o'clock and we just finished having that quite delightful breakfast, and the sun doesn't really start peeking out in the spring until around 10, so we're gonna watch Peter Rabbit. While we're waiting for the sun to come out, we're gonna watch Peter Rabbit 2 and do some painting and enjoy the awakening of the day, the spring day. I hope you're all getting a chance during the season of the resurrection to revive your own spirits and to slow down, whether that be by knitting, painting, sketching, reading, going on walks and picking flowers, or simply sitting and basking in the sun. It's just such a beautiful season, and I think we should all appreciate it. Okay, so you guys just saw a little bit of a spring morning in our life, romanticized spring morning, but we have been doing this every day where we come out onto the turf and just enjoy the spring birds and blue sky and read our books. So nice and warm out here. Just bask. It's literally the best part of my day. I look forward to coming out here every day when it's sunny, and the clouds are about to come, so we're really taking aim for the little spring storm that's going to happen. But we just wanted to share some of our spring activities, bucket list, recommendations, books, movies, things like that, so you can get some inspiration. We love to live seasonally and are just very inspired by the seasons, especially spring. It's one of my favorite times of year.
The most inspiring season.
So first,
books, because you just saw us reading our books, so I assume you're curious. I'm reading 2 books right now at once. I like to do this where I read a classic and then like a movie-ish book, and I'm reading The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, that's a classic, and The Hidden Garden, which is part of the Vanderbeekers series, which you'll know the Vanderbeekers series has like a famous Christmas book, and then this is like a springish book that's kind of based around Secret Garden's story, so it's kind of cool because it's like a modern New York style version of The Secret Garden. I am loving The Secret Garden, which is really ironic because I've tried to read it like 3 times and every single time I gave up, and this time it's just stuck. And then when I'm like around this ambiance and I'm reading the book of them talking about cultivating a garden, it's the most spring vibes, like you can't even imagine. It's so magical.
So I just finished The Princess and the Goblin by George MacDonald, and it was really good. And actually, surprisingly, I just picked it out from books we have in our house, and I wasn't really expecting it to be spring vibes, but it was very spring and just whimsical. It's like a fantasy princess story, so yeah, it was just very magical and whimsical, and it talked a lot about spring and nature and stuff, so it was a really good time to read this. And actually, George MacDonald inspired C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien's writing, and you can definitely see that in this book. It's very those vibes, and it made me want to read more of his books, so I'll probably get the second one to this, which is Curdie and the Princess or something like that, and read that pretty soon. And then right now I'm reading The Strawberry Girl by Lois Lensky. This is very much Little House on the Prairie-esque, just going through real life routine of...
It's a little bit boring.
It's a little bit boring. It's just the routine of prairie life and farm life, strawberry, in particular strawberry farming. And it is nice because it talks a lot about nature, and
you just really can't pass up a cover like this during the spring.
Yeah, honestly. I've always wanted to read it because I always see it in the library, so I decided to pick it up this spring. And then the classic that I'm going to be reading pretty soon is Heidi. And Chell read this last year and she recommended it as a spring book. I know it's set in the Alps, and it's just look at this cover.
Like, so great. It's one of the greatest classics. Honestly, I would say Heidi and The Secret Garden so far are my top 2 spring classics to read.
I'm really excited to get into this. And also I might read Pollyanna. I think that's kind of the same vibe as Heidi.
To our next topic, which is movies to watch during spring. I think we're going to try to watch Sense and Sensibility because I hear that that's a very spring book.
And we both read the book together for school, and then we never got around to watching the movie, so I really want to watch that movie.
And I feel like just watching any of the Jane Austen adaptations during spring would be a good thing to do, like watching the new Emma, watching Pride and Prejudice. That movie, all seasons, just always watch it. It's a great movie. But especially spring, Jane Austen just thrives in spring.
And other movies that I want to watch is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. If you haven't seen that movie, you have to literally run, go see it. It's so good.
Especially
so aesthetically pleasing, so spring.
Such
and just
good songs.
Joy-filled, happy movie. And it's also nostalgic for us because we watched it a lot growing up. And
on the VCR.
The Peter Rabbits. Yeah, we just watched Peter Rabbit 2, but Peter Rabbit 1 is really good too.
I feel like it's better than some activities that we want to do. Just to name some of the ones off the top of our head that we're planning on doing, I want to do a focaccia garden again. We've done that in one of our videos where we make focaccia and then
you put like vegetables and stuff to make it look like a garden and flower shapes.
And what's cool about that is you can use whatever vegetables you want on the top and make whatever you want. So you're literally building a garden out of food, and then you get to eat it, and it's so delicious.
Yeah, you could even probably do like sweet things if you wanted.
You could probably,
it's a really vegetables. Creative thing. I really like.
Yeah, it's
like doing it. Also, last time we made it with dinner rolls, which was
such a life hack
because we didn't have to actually make the dough. We just used dinner rolls and then put the olive oil and stuff on top.
And then I also want to take a Emmaus walk because I've been wanting to delve more into living liturgically, into the liturgical seasons, and I feel like Easter is a little bit neglected in my life that's as a season, so I want to do more of like I made that Paschal candle as an activity, and then I want to take an Emmaus walk where you like go on a nature walk and collect wild flowers while reflecting on some passage of the Bible or just like being prayerful while you're walking. And I feel like that would just be a vibe, and then making homemade bouquets with the flowers that you collect.
There's so many flowers around here right now because of all the rain that just happened, so it's really pretty just walking through our city, and you can do so much with flowers. Like you can make flower crowns, you can press them, make bookmarks.
So we want to do all that kind of stuff.
Put them in your hair.
Homemade tea, that was also another thing that I kind of want to try, like get some chamomile or something and like
that would be
try to make homemade tea.
And also growing something. We kind of tried to grow gardens multiple times in our life and it's always failed, but
come on, I feel like if you get the child's first garden kits from Target, like that's what we're planning on doing, and just follow the instructions, hopefully it'll work. And we'll get some tomato. I want to grow something edible and something beautiful, so I want to grow flowers and tomatoes, and I found a kit for it that seems like it will work, hopefully.
And then also want to bake because I didn't really bake at all during Lent, so I want to get back into my baking groove and make a recipe by the Corrigan sisters, which I don't know if you've seen them on Pinterest, but they're really aesthetic. They have a lot of spring recipes that are like lavender, lemon, blueberry, things like that, raspberry, and I want to try some of those recipes.
Oh, just listen to that.
Beautiful, nice. Want to have a picnic.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to do that today, but I'm gonna be honest, today I was feeling very tired, which is why this video probably wasn't as aesthetic as I wanted it to be, but me and Bella are both really tired from this week, so we were taking it a little bit more low-key. We obviously want to have a tea party.
Yeah, our seasonal tea parties.
We have to do the spring tea party.
And that comes with baking scones, and
it's a whole ordeal and it's so fun.
so
But
stay
there's
tuned,
gonna be a twins
stay tuned
tea.
for the next twins tea
Pretty much
episode.
all of this stuff will probably be in a vlog of some sort or in a catch-up video. We'll show it. So you guys will get to enjoy these experiences with us, but those are our ideas. So if you have any other suggestions, comment down below, because we just like to embrace the season. That girl is really kind of mean.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it gave you some springtime inspiration.
Cottagecore-esque. Hope you're having a good spring day. Read some good books. Go outside. See you next time. Next video.
See you next time. Bye. Subscribe.
Summertime,